Despite the hectic mood among the staff at HQ, the start of the briefing was delayed. But the weary pilots, knowing full well that they must force their exhausted bodies back into the air once the order was given, weren't the slightest bit disturbed by the delay.
Hey, what are you writing there?
I just can't remember this next phrase.
Here, let me see.
Hey! The princess couldn't feed the dove that day. She was too sick.
May I take a look?
Razgriz. The demon of Razgriz got her, right?
You know the story?
The demon from the North Sea. I remember. My grandma used to tell me bedtime stories about it. And every time she did, I'd be too scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Settle down, people.
I knew a little about that famous legend, too. When history witnesses a great change, Razgriz reveals itself, first as a dark demon. As a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land, and then it dies. However, after a period of slumber, Razgriz returns.
Gentlemen! Excuse me, Colonel. This is an absolutely vital mission to us. As the staff advisor sent from Central HQ for this effort, I'd like to explain it myself. The Osean army is planning a vast offensive with the ultimate objective of occupying the capital of Yuktobania. If this operation succeeds, it will end the war in very short order. However, the Yuktobanians have attacked our beachhead with ballistic missiles from the Hrimpaxi, a Scinpaxi-class submersible carrier stationed in the icy waters of Razgriz Straits. Fortunately, our ground forces had already completed attack preparations, so despite the missile attack, the offensive began as planned. Nevertheless, we must neutralize the threat of another Hrimpaxi missile attack on our ground forces.
We have a single chance to stage a successful air attack on the underwater carrier Hrimpaxi. Our passive sonar has detected a transport submarine that we believe is headed for the Hrimpaxi. We believe the transport sub's mission is to supply the Hrimpaxi with missiles. Based on its course and speed, we've calculated its rendezvous time with the Hrimpaxi. By amazing coincidence, it is precisely the same time as the 0 hour of our ground attack. At this time, the Hrimpaxi will have to surface to restock its missiles. At that exact moment, ingress at low altitude to avoid detection, launch a surprise attack, and sink the Hrimpaxi. Once surfaced, it only takes the Hrimpaxi 1 minute to rig for an emergency dive. If your approach is detected, you will only have 1 minute to complete your attack on the Hrimpaxi.
Now keep in mind, there won't be any support from Arcbird this time around. This mission rests solely on your shoulders. The entire ground offensive is relying on this first surprise attack, so don't disappoint us. I want you to turn the icy Razgriz Straits into the enemy's graveyard.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
So, we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch!
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. yards to go. 50 yards to go. Blaze, maintain your current flight path. You're pretty good, Blaze. Commencing refueling.
Stay at low altitude and fly towards the submarine fleet. You are restricted from flying above 1,000 feet. We can't risk having our surprise attack detected.
I'm getting chills. This northern sea is where the demon of Razgriz came from.
Razgriz.
Huh. There's no way that could have been the Razgriz.
Hold your chatter. Commencing comm-out procedures shortly. Maintain radio silence.
Guess I'll cut off the mic and try talking to myself.
Notice. The Hrimpaxi's gonna dive in 1 minute. Attack immediately!
Hey, our cover's blown anyway. I'm gonna start talking now.
Enemy planes, halt all resupply operations. Enemy planes? We're still in the middle of our mission! Damn it! How did they smell us out?
30 seconds to Hrimpaxi dive!
Halt the resupply. Prepare for immediate dive. Hurry up! We gotta dive before the enemy does!
Damage status on enemy sub unknown!
Those bastards are diving!
This is Submarine Squadron Command. Emergency report from our ground forces in the front line. The enemy is undertaking a large-scale offensive. Attack the enemy forces with long-range missiles from the Hrimpaxi. Urgent. Transmitting target coordinates. This is Hrimpaxi. We cannot comply. We are unable to launch missiles underwater due to battle damage. What's the point of your existence if you don't fire now? They're penetrating our defense lines as we speak. Hurry up before they overrun our allies! Emergency surface! Grab onto something! Once we break the surface, launch the missiles and unmanned drones!
The Hrimpaxi's antenna has appeared above water. It's surfacing.
Hrimpaxi, launching burst missiles!
Launching carrier jets.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor HQ. I'm getting you info in real time from our tracker satellite. Time your attacks to hit the Hrimpaxi when it surfaces. Sink it before it deals any more damage to our ground forces with its missiles.
Hrimpaxi, you're dealing lethal damage to the Ocean Army. Give me one more shot. Drive them back to the coastline. Good thing there's no big bird shooting at us from the sky like before. Roger that. I guess we'll just have to get this over with. Never fought an air battle in this kind of weather before. Who cares how cold it is? You call yourself a Marine? I guess we don't have to worry about our guns overheating.
The Hrimpaxi is diving!
Come on! Surface! I'm sick of waiting for you!
Locked and loaded. Come get some.
I'll take care of the threat from the escort subs, too.
If the Ukes lose that monster, it'll be a huge blow to them. No wonder they got all those escorts.
Missile hit! The Hrimpaxi has broken the surface. Commence attack!
All hands, take your positions. Make your country proud. Don't disgrace this ship.
Warning! The enemy's tracking you on radar. Break! Missile!
Sorry, but I can't let myself get shot down here.
They might think they snuck up on us, but they're dead wrong. Hrimpaxi, the enemy's abandoned the attack. Well done.
What are you doing? Attack, you idiots! Are you just gonna let them destroy our ground forces?
Jeez, I thought this guy would be nicer than our base commander back home.
The top brass are all the same.
I can't stand how HQ treats us like errand boys. All this damage from 4 planes? How is this possible? What the hell's going on? Are the Oceans using some kind of black magic? Ballast tanks damaged! Unable to submerge! Forget it! We'll just have to deal with them above the surface.
The Hrimpaxi has stopped its dive! We've damaged it! The Hrimpaxi's got a... Hrimpaxi launching burst missile! War Dog, it's headed your way! Climb! Zoom to above 5,000 feet!
We can't! We need 2 hours to repair the fuel tank!
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting, now!
What's the matter? I thought this was the world's best fleet. I know. I'm not gonna let them fly up there for long. I guess this is where our luck runs out, huh? Demons that rain death from above? This is nuts!
Hrimpaxi launching burst missile!
The Hrimpaxi's firing missiles at close range!
Kid, you out of special weapons ammo?
Attacking again.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting, now!
Damn it! How can 4 planes change the tide of the war?
Let up for even a second, and we'll get showered by that metal rain.
Locked on!
We will continue transmitting until the end. This is Zoya 5.
Hrimpaxi launching burst missile!
I guess mental toughness plays a big part in battles like these. It's all about guts, you know?
The Hrimpaxi's taken a...
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting, now!
Look, the Razgriz story was true! Geez, you guys still believe in that? That's just a tall tale! Well, how do you explain all this damage? I tell you, they're demons! Our whole flood's spreading! It's finished. We can't save this boat. They've sunk the Hrimpaxi?
against Razgriz itself out there.
Looks like they were the real Razgriz, not us. Maybe someone's trying to tell us that our time is up.
The surprise attack on the Hrimpaxi was a success, and the carrier has sunk to the bottom of the Razgriz Straits. The threat from the northern sea has disappeared, and the Osean forces are on the offensive against Yuktobania.
Me? Heavens. The ace pilots who sunk the enemy submarines are right over there. And I'm the person you want to interview now?
No, it's not that. It's just that I heard you used to be a fighter pilot yourself.
I just fly freight planes for the maintenance crews now. The captain, Captain Bartlett that is, thought it was time for an old man like me to quit trying to compete with the young guys. Talk about a lack of respect.
Where did you meet Captain Bartlett?
We were both shot down and we bailed out behind enemy lines in the last war. We got through the bullet-ridden battlefield and made it back to the Allied front line. I tell you, it was tough getting the Army to believe we were on their side.
Shot down? You two?
Hey, it was a long time ago. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Even if you're not flying with those pilots, your age and experience provide a lot of support for all of them. I just wanted to tell you that. I've seen that you really listen to what they say, and you always have helpful suggestions for them.
Well, thank you.
I think they're all going to need you, now more than ever.
I'll do what I can.
These people, it's like they're walking on a tightrope that could snap at any second. They're going to reach their breaking point sooner or later.
Yeah.